everyone, so welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be doing this little poppin' cookin' little kit here. So might as well go get into the video. Okay, so now let's open it up and see what's inside. So we've got this little container and it's filled with a whole bunch of little packages here. And a little baby spoon. So now I'm just going to cut these little squares, as you can see, because there's little compartments. I'm just gonna cut them apart.
One hour later.
Okay, so now that I have all of my little compartments cut out, I'm going to fill in this one with water up to the line, and then I will fill it up with some of my yellow powder. So now I'm just gonna fill it up. Okay, so now I'm going to pour in my powder. Okay, so now that I have all my powder in, I'm going to go ahead and take my little handy dandy spoon and mix it all together. So now that it is all mixed up, I can move on to the next step. Okay, so the next thing to do is to take a little spoonful of this little batter that I created right here and mix together. And I'm going to pour it onto this little tray. And once I do that, then I'm going to put this little spinny thing on top of it and spin it around to make my crepe. Taking my little tool. And I'm actually going to do another spoonful on top of this because it doesn't seem like there's enough. Okay, so now that I have it spread out pretty good, I'm going to go put it in the microwave for a little bit.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I just microwaved it for 10 seconds and it's now able to pull off my little crepe. So as you can tell, it's not very perfect, so there's enough batter. I'm gonna make some more and hopefully they'll be a little more round. So now I'm gonna go microwave this one. And I'll just repeat this process until all of my other batter is gone.
Later.
Okay, so now that I've made my little crepes here, I'm going to take this little package right here and I'm going to make the strawberries in this little dish. And this smells just like a candy strawberry, so that's fabulous. So now I'm just going to pour some water into the little dish. And I'm kind of just eyeballing everything here because I don't really know the amounts and stuff. Okay, so I'm going to use the same spoon that I used for the crepes and I'm going to mix up the strawberry mixture. So I made it all red and now I'm going to put them into the little molds. Okay, so now that I've made my strawberries, I'm just going to let this sit for a few minutes. So since these are a little dirty, I'm going to go ahead and wash them out. That way I can make my next mixes. Okay, so now that I've got my little dishes cleaned, I'm going to start making my bananas. This smells just like bananas. It's pretty neat. So now I'm going to pour in my water and mix it together. This looks just like a banana. Now I'm just going to pour it on this tray and make it into a banana shape. Okay, so now that I've made my banana shape here, I am going to move on to my chocolate sauce and my whipped cream. So I'm going to go ahead and pour my chocolate sauce into this little container here. This smells so accurate to chocolate. They are point on, spot on with the smells. So now I'm going to pour some water in here. Make a little chocolate syrup. So I'm making a slight mess with the water, but it's starting to turn into syrup. Just gotta mix it a little more. Here we go, we got our chocolate syrup. So now that I have that mixed up, I'm going to make my whipped cream. I'm just going to take my mixture right here, see what it makes. Some cream, hopefully. Okay, so I just found another little spoon and I'm going to mix this up. And I think that's ready. So now that I've got everything made, I'm going to start assembling everything. So I have my little crepes here and I'm just going to put them on the plate and I'm going to start filling them up now. So now I'm going to take my whipped cream and put it in one of the Ziploc bags or icing bags that they provide. So they have two, so I'm just going to fill one of them up. So now that I've got this bag all filled up, I'm going to twist it at the top, that way none of it comes out. So now we've got our little piping bag. I'm going to go ahead and take our scissors and I'm going to cut the bottom off. That way we can pipe this onto our crepes. So I'm going to do it in a triangle pattern and I'm just going to do a little pearl border. So now that I've made it in a little triangle shape right here on this crepe, I'm going to top it with some of our toppings. So now in the other bag, I'm going to take my chocolate and I'm going to fill it up. So now that I've filled it up, I'm going to go ahead and twist the top again. Now I'm going to cut a little hole and I'm going to drizzle the chocolate syrup. So now that it's all pretty, I'm going to put on some bananas. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this up with my little spoon here. And now I can fold up my crepe. And there we go. Got a little crepe. It's very cute. And now I'm going to finish the other ones. So here's how they turned out. They were pretty simple to make and maybe you can try them for yourself. See you in the next video. Bye!